Recording. Okay, welcome to lesson 1 of boot camp, lesson 1 of 4. So the idea here is to really do things to help improve your game. So I want you to think about really quickly some strategy, because at the level of wanting to break 90, strategy becomes very important. Okay, so number 1, managing expectations. 22% of golfers will regularly break 90. That's a lot lower than we think, right? So manage that expectation. The more you play, the more you'll be able to break 90. The more you practice, the more you'll be able to play 90. You can play golf twice a week, every week for your whole life and never progress if you're just playing, right? So practice has to become a component of that. So if your target is 90 or 89, what if I said to you, you could do that with 0 pars? Would seem quite achievable, right? If your target was 89, you can do that with 0 pars. All you need is 3 double bogeys and 11 bogeys. So golf is science if you do the math. 11 bogeys and 3, we're all gonna get doubles. It's going to happen. 3 double bogeys, 11 bogeys, and 0 pars gives you a shot of 17 over par, which is approximately 89. So breaking 90. Of course, you're going to get 1 or 2 pars. Of course you are. You might even get birdies. But if you go in with the expectation of, I don't have to make a single par, that will take the weight right off of your shoulders. I promise you. It's going to make a huge difference. Starting your game of golf thinking, I don't even have to make a single par. So 0 pars, 11 bogeys, and 3 double bogeys. That is our goal. So when you make 1 double bogey, what are you thinking? Awesome, I got 2 left. Right? When you make a par, what are you thinking? Awesome, I got another double bogey I can make. I've just banked another one. Okay, so shift that thinking, because it'll make a huge difference on how you score. So we're not thinking par at all. We're thinking bogeys. We're thinking 3 doubles. Okay, that's it. So when you're playing golf and you're in a situation where you're not confident and you know you're making a shot that you would have a low percentage of making, don't make it. Bail out, take the bogey. Bail out. Bogey is your best friend. Bail out, take the bogey. It's all good all the time. You have to get into that mindset. Second thing I want you to think about is whenever you're in between clubs, always go up. Take the longer club all the time. 95% of golfers will hit short of the flag. 95% of your putts are going to be short of the pin. So hit longer, hit further. Our distance is always going to be 10, 20% less than we think it is. So always club up if you can. Now, obviously, if you're going downhill, if you go past the hole, that's a different story, right? You don't want to leave yourself an uphill putt. So club up when you can and start noticing all of your shots. So really start to pay attention on your shots. You're going to notice that your shots are mostly short. Okay, so really start to club up. Reliability you need is in your calibration. You have to know which swing will give you 50 yards, which swing will give you 75 yards, which swing will give you 100 yards. Those 3 numbers are critical for you to know. I couldn't give a damn about 210, 220, 200, 175, 180. Doesn't matter. It's the 100, 75, and 50 yard shot that you have to know. And we're going to work on that or get started on that today. Okay. You're also going to need a tee shot of about 175, approximately. Okay. Nothing longer than 175. If you have 175, you're in good shape. If you hit it longer than 175, bonus. But in order to do this consistently, you need a 175 tee shot. You know what greens in regulation means?
Did we lose her?
Am I still here? Can you hear me?
Wait. Yep, now you're back.
Am I back? Okay. So do you know what greens in regulation means?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The greens in regulation means if it's a par 4, you're on the green in 2. If it's a par 5, you're on the green in 3. Right? That's what a GIR or greens in regulation means. You only need to hit 20% greens in regulation. So if you're not on a par 4 in 2, That's okay. If you're not on a par 5 and 3, that's okay. Because guess what we're going for? Bogeys, right? So take that pressure off. You will be on in greens in regulation. You will make a putt or two in your round. It's going to happen. But when you take that expectation away from you, it happens a lot more. What's more important is you have to know where to miss. Are you going to try for the green? Of course you are. But where are you going to miss? That's most important, because when you do miss the green, so the best tour player in the world, the best stats on the PGA Tour are 75% greens in regulation. 75, that's it, 75%. That's the best PGA Tour player. So if we hit 20, we're in really good shape of greens in regulation. But more importantly, know where you want the ball to be. Where's the flat spot? Where's the middle of the green? Where's the uphill putt? That's where you're aiming for. I can tell you right now, if there's, I draw the ball. I'm a right-handed, I move the ball right to left. I draw the ball, which can definitely become a hook if I'm not paying attention, okay? So my regular ball flight is right to left. If I'm going into a pin that's cut on the left side of the green, my knees start shaking. Because right away I know that I'm going to probably miss on the left side. If there's water left of the flag, I'm doomed. I stop my thinking right there and I start thinking right edge of the green. I don't even look at the flag. I'm aiming right side of the green because that's the only place I know my bailout's going to be. So don't think flag, think most best miss. Think the best spot that you can actually put your ball on the green to give you success. On the PGA Tour, 50% of professional golfers will miss a putt at 8 feet. 50% will miss at 8 feet. Okay, that's mind-blowing, right? Because when we miss a 10-footer, we get mad at ourselves like, you don't need to make it. However, 95% of them will make it from 3 feet and in. So our focus is going to be 3 feet and in. Because no matter how you make your first putt or your chip, if you can make that 3-foot putt 95% of the time, then you can save your bogey or save your double, right? So that 3-foot putt is what we're really going to focus on. If you can get your 3 feet putt in most of the time, if you can know confidently 50, 75, and 100 yards, your scoring will improve right off the bat on every golf course, no matter where you play, no matter what conditions you play in. Okay, those are just guaranteed statistics, which means we got to stop making the three putters, right? We got to stop making 3 putts because those 3 putts are what's going to kill us, right? So Pam's already choking to death. If we can make the 3-foot putt, those 3 putt issues will start to wane. So we're going to talk a lot about making that 3-foot putt. And we're going to talk a lot about trusting and calibrating your shot. So you know what decision fatigue means, right? For me, decision fatigue is opening up the fridge and going, okay, what the hell am I going to eat now? And you think, and you think, and you think, and you think, and you end up making the worst decision, or sometimes you just don't make any decision and it's just like order in. When you're on the golf course, decision fatigue means, what shot am I going to hit? Where am I going to go? What club do I use? Is it wind against? Is it wind in my face? Is it side wind? Is it uphill? Is it downhill? We're thinking all these things prior to hitting the shot. It gets in the way of making a smooth, efficient swing. So when you know 50, 75, 100, that decision fatigue, gone. This is a 50-yard shot. It's going to be X club. Boom. Off you go. This is 75. It's going to be X club with X swing. Boom. Gone. Now you can think about all the other variables, right? So we can take away the noise. We can take away the noise in our heads. Then we can make these shots a lot more, efficiently. Okay. All right. So let's start with putting, because that's the easiest way to improve your game right off the bat. Okay. So 3-foot putts is our goal. Do you have putting mats at home? Do you putt on carpet? Do you have some sort of putting setup, right? My putting setup is a yoga mat. So I use a yoga mat because a yoga mat's like 6 feet and it's consistent, and I have hardwood floor. So I put it on my hardwood floor. And then what I do is I have a little target. So if you watch the putting video, you know about my box, right? My putting box. So just a regular box, and I cut out a hole on one side. So this is 10.8 centimeters. Okay, are you with me? 10.8 centimeters, which is the diameter of a hole. Okay, so 10.8 is diameter of a hole, the regular hole on the golf course. But I also have 5.5 centimeters. Hey, there's your putting box. I also have 5.5 centimeters, which is tiny, tiny half a hole. We're gonna practice on half a hole. Because when we practice on this number, when we get out to the golf course, it looks like a freaking Frisbee that we're putting into. Right? So we're gonna trick the brain a little bit. So all of your putting practice will go to the little hole, right? So the smallest target possible. So if you have a box in recycling, cut out a little square, and that's your number, 5.5 centimeters. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to give you a couple of drills for you to see exactly how your putting, where your putting is failing. Are you missing right? Are you missing left? And what you do to fix it, what you do to fix it. Okay. So when it comes to putting, right off the bat, we want to make sure that you're doing the right drills and that you're making these 3-foot putts. Anybody watch Sergio lately? Sergio Garcia? Notice his eyes closed when he's putting? Okay, that's drill number one. Drill number one is eyes closed. After you set up. So you set up, you're over the ball, you check your target, you get yourself all lined up, close your eyes. Close your eyes, make your, I don't care what your putting stroke is at this point in time. I just want you to close your eyes and make that putt. It is weird. Anybody tried it? Yeah, it's weird, right? You almost feel like you're off balance. You feel like you can fall sometimes. It's super weird, right? Trust it. Do it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay? Eyes closed, 3-foot putt into your small target. So wherever you are on the carpet or your yoga mat, 3-foot into your small target. So if you have it all here with you, do you have your putting set up nearby? Yeah, okay, let's do it. So grab your putters. Grab your putters. I'm going to put you down here where you can see my putter. Okay, grab your putters. Okay, I'm gonna go through the setup. Everyone hear me okay? Okay, so your setup of your putts. So right off the bat, notice the ball is slightly forward of center. So when I take my step, slightly forward of center. So I'm not in the middle, I'm just forward of center. The idea being, I want to make contact as my putter is coming slightly on an upward angle. Slightly on an upward angle. That's why the ball is just forward of center. Okay, so that's step number one. Step number two is your actual putter itself has to be flat on the ground. Can everyone see me okay? The putter has to be flat on the ground. You cannot have toe up. Okay, so flat on the ground. So putter flat on the ground, ball slightly ahead of center, and from there, you make your little stroke. Okay, so putter slightly forward. So once you get all set up, close your eyes, make your stroke. Ball slightly front of center. Putter flat on the ground. Close your eyes and make the putt. Close your eyes and make the putt. Okay, how does it feel with your eyes closed? Weird? Not bad?
Very weird.
Weird, right? What are you feeling, Mary Lou?
I'm like gonna miss.
You feel like you're gonna miss the whole golf ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what makes it easier to make contact? If you take a smaller backswing, is that easier?
It is. And actually, I felt on the second one, I felt the putter catch the ground. So something was going on.
Yeah,
But I felt that.
Right. So number one trick to putting with your eyes closed is smaller backswing. If your backswing is small enough, you can control it. So your entire putting stroke has to be a smaller backswing. So if you practice with your eyes closed, your backswing is going to get small and tight, which I like. Okay, so smaller backswing. Secondly, when you are hitting the ground before the ball, why is that? It's because your body has moved a little bit. So when you set up with your putting stroke from from your belt downwards, you are stuck, completely stuck. Do not move an iota from your hips downwards. So if you try a small backswing and completely rooted in your stance, keep your eyes closed and make that putt, it'll be a lot easier to make contact. Try that, Mary Lou.
Okay.
Okay. So really small backswing, root to your body. Like if the hurricane comes and pushes you, Brianna, you won't move, okay? Like really, really, really grounded. So if that means take a little wider stance, go for it. If that means you got to flex your quads and really feel like you're doing a leg press, squat a little bit in your quads, go for it. But stay really, really, really strong. Because when you're strong and you make a short backswing with your eyes closed, you are so much more consistent. Ooh, look at all those putts you guys are making. I love it.
Yeah, it's really weird to have that, because you do shorten your backspring.
Yeah, you shorten your backswing to make better contact, right?
I hit 3 dead straight, all went the same length.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So stability and length of backswing, right? Two very critical components for putting. Kim, I can't hear you. I think you're trying to say something.
It's just amazing to me with my eyes closed, and I've just hit 3 right through the box.
Bam, that's amazing. Bam, how are you doing there?
Good. I like it that the backswing is not so far back.
Yeah, easier to control.
Yes.
What
And I'm
about you,
making my little
Lisa?
box, so I can make it harder.
What about you, Lisa? How's it going on your end? Lisa might be
No.
frozen. Is everyone frozen or is it just me?
If anything, I
Sorry, I think I lost you for a second.
Right.
Say again, Lisa.
this is Brianna. I said I go consistently to the right of the box.
Okay, so when you go to the right of the box, what does that mean? If you are right-handed, which way is your putter face? It's open.
So I'm twisting clockwise.
Right, so your putter face is open because your wrist is really active. Okay, so you're getting a little bit of wrist movement, which is why your putter face is open. So your shaft lean has to be slightly forward. I'll show you what that means, okay? So your shaft lean has to be slightly forward. So when you are, where am I here? Okay, let's see if I can go up a little bit higher to show you the shaft lean. How's that better? So your putter, if you're pushing to the right, that means your putter face is open a little bit, which means your wrist is slightly opening. So if you on setup, have your hands slightly forward. So a little bit of a shaft lean forward, not a lot, just a little bit. A little shaft lean forward, that'll help from opening up that putter face. Try that, see if that made a difference. Okay, so a little bit of shaft lean forward.
Still went to the right, but am I allowed to open my eyes?
Yep, open your eyes and see what it's doing.
Too many weird things. You know.
Is your toe flat on the ground? Because if your toe is up, that may also cause it going to the right.
No, and that one went pretty straight. So
Okay, good.
I'm gonna close my eyes always.
Okay, so your first drill is going to be 5 minutes of putting with your eyes closed, okay? 5 minutes of putting with your eyes closed. That'll really give you a good feel on it. Your second drill is going to be the gate drill. So the gate drill is where you're going to set up 2 clubs and make that a railroad track that you're going to putt through, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like here. So I'm going to take 2 clubs. I'm just going to set them up like so. About a putter head, right? About a putter head apart. And you can do this with your eyes open. So the idea here is I just want to make sure that my putter is going back and forth down that line, okay? In that gate. So the gate drill is 2 clubs. You can use a broomstick. You can use anything. Just use something straight. But the idea is to have your putter going in a straight line back and forth, because on a 3-foot putt, that's all you want. You want a dispersion of about this much on either side, right? So short backswing and coming through. Okay, so 2 drills. Drill number 1 is eyes closed. Drill number 2 is the gate drill, okay? Going through those 2 clubs. Your keys for putting are stable and strong in your lower body, and your wrist to be really still, so shaft leans slightly forward, and being super, super still throughout the ball. Okay, that's your first drill for putting. Any questions? Does that make sense?
What does the gate drill get us again?
The gate drill makes sure that your putter is going back and forth in a straight line. Sometimes when your ball goes to the right or the left, that means your club face is going. So that gate drill, the two clubs that are you're making a railway, is only a putter head wide. Okay, so you shouldn't be touching the gate at all as you putt.
Right.
So that'll be hard to do with your eyes closed. You want to do that with your eyes open. Okay, Lisa, makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so that's your putting drill for the week, okay? 2, if not 3 times. Let's talk really quickly about chipping, because this is something that, or pitching, because this is something where we really want to get the calibration going. Does anybody have a chance to hit outside yet? Or on simulators indoors? Does anybody go to simulators at all?
Not yet.
No, yeah.
I
you
haven't
do,
yet.
Brianna? Okay, good. So this next little section is just about making sure that your motion for chipping is really, really solid, okay? So remember in the chipping video, we talked about cluff. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick review of what cluff is. So cluff is your setup. Cluff is your setup on how you're going to chip. C-L-U-F-F. C stands for what?
Close.
Close. So what is close? Your legs are close. Where's my golf ball? Oh, it's in the box. Okay. Close means your feet are close together and you are also close to the ball. Okay. So you're close to the ball, your feet are close together. That's the C. L is for low. Hands are going to be low. My hands are going to be here at the bottom of the grip. Okay. Hands are low. Let's see if I can get you a better angle. There. Okay. So my hands are low. They're at the bottom of the grip. So feet are close, hands are low. U is for upright. This club is going to be upright. It's not going to be laying flat like this. It'll be upright. I'm also going to be standing a little taller and closer to the ball. C-L-U. F-F, forward foot. All my pressure is on my forward foot, okay? So here's my club. Feet close, hands low, club upright, forward foot. From this position, I am putting. From this position, I am putting. I'm going from here to there. I am putting. Okay, this entire motion, once you're set up, is a putting type motion.
Stop it.
Is that me?
No, I'm sorry, my dog.
So your cluff motion is exactly like your stroke,
forgot I'm
like your
speaking.
putt, but your setup is a little bit different. Okay, so the one drill that I want you to focus on when you are cluffing, and you don't have to do this with the ball if you don't want to, is the hand motion. So you're going to take.
Buster,
I'm going to do this way. Okay, so one club is under my lead side, and I'm cluffing, but I'm holding them together. So I've made one big club. Okay, I'm setting up my cluff. And when I finish, notice how this club is not touching me. It's not hitting my side. I do not want it to hit my side. Okay, I want my hands and the club to clear, as opposed to hit my side. So if this hits your side, then that's trouble. That means that you've done what with your wrists? Death, right? Wrists are death when it comes to chipping. So your two drills for chipping are going to be set up for the cluff. So C-L-U-F-F, close, low, upright, forward foot. And you're going to put that second club as an extension of the first. Okay, let me see, Brianna. Go ahead, let me see you do it. So put it under your arm. Good, make sure that grip, make sure it's under your arm. Make sure that grip does not hit your side. Okay, so that second club should not hit your side. Lisa, does that make sense?
It's a little bit awkward, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. So it's under your arm right now. Good. And make the, good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if it hits your side, so switch that the other way, Kim.
Yeah.
Put the shaft, switch your top club the other way, Kim. So put your grip end, put your grip end high. Yep, and then hold on to the club, hold on to the head like you would your regular club. Okay, so
Okay.
now make sure it doesn't hit your side. That's it. So you see how you have to keep your arms moving, right? You have to keep your hands moving through the shot, otherwise you hit your side. Make sense?
Yep. Okay.
But, and that's a critical motion because a lot of the times we try to flip to get that chip up in the air, which then hits our side, which is an issue because then we scull it or we skim it or we hit it fat, right?
Mhm.
Have any questions?
I do.
Yeah, how far out are you with this swing? Like
So it
30
depends.
yards or?
It depends on what club you have in your hand. You could have a sand wedge, a lob wedge, a pitching wedge, a 9-iron. And you could have
So
like
any
5
of them.
different distances.
So you swing it the same way on all that distance?
Exactly the same way, and you vary your distance by the club in your hand. So my whole concept is keep it simple, right? A 7-iron doing this might get you 40 yards. An 8-iron might get you 30. A 9-iron might get you 20. A wedge might get you less, right? So it really depends on what club you have in your hand. Okay, so your plan for the week. Yes, Brianna.
So, using this under your arm
Yeah.
really pushes your hitting club pretty far forward in your stance. Is that appropriate?
So not forward in your stance, but hands ahead of the ball.
Yeah.
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 That's what I mean.
Yes, hands ahead of the ball for sure. So your hands should sort of be in front of your forward thigh.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good. Yeah, your hands, that's good, Pam. Your hands in front of your forward thigh. Yeah. More importantly, make sure
Yeah,
that the end of the
wondering where
club doesn't hit your
I was
side.
wondering where that is, but that's where my hand.
Say that again?
Got it.
I
Got
was
it.
wondering, my hands were feeling way out there and like,
Yeah.
okay, that's what it's supposed to be, then that's good.
Yeah, your hands are feeling out there for sure. And you should be making really crisp contact. Also remember, this is a chip. You do not need your legs so much, Pam. Lock them down. You don't need your legs so much. Legs are for power. Arms and shoulders are for rotation, right? So in your chipping and your putting, keep your legs super still and let your arms and shoulders do the work. Awesome. Okay, so your plan for the week, you're gonna putt with your eyes closed, you're gonna putt through the gate, and you're gonna do this 2-club chipping drill with your club. Sounds good? Questions? Fire him away. Now's your chance. Or I'm frozen, who knows? I think I'm frozen. All right, are we good? I'll wait a little bit because I think we're frozen. Were we frozen? Are we back?
But you.
Okay, I think I was frozen. I'm back. What did I miss?
Your recap.
My recap. Okay, so your drills, eyes closed putting and gate drill putting, 5 minutes each, and then chipping with the second club, making sure you're not hitting your side and cluffing. So 15 minutes, 5, 5, and 5. Okay? Awesome. I'm going to email you this
Okay.
video tomorrow, and I'm going to let you know what you need to be ready for next week.
Go.
This was fun. Thanks so much, you guys.
Hey, thank you.
Barb.
My
Thanks, Barb.
pleasure. Any questions, just shoot them by email or Facebook Messenger, okay?
Deal.
And if you want
Thank
to take a video, if you want to take a video of you doing it and have me check form, just send me the video in Messenger as well.
Okay. How many
All right.
classes have you been able to, how many boot camps did you sign up?
I have 5 sessions.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. You know, it's been a really long road getting here, and you know, shifting the business from outside to inside has just been like a complete challenge of the nth degree. So, you know, this is great. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, hopefully, you know, even without COVID, you could do it so I can have a nice coach that I like to work with.
There
So,
you go. We can do it all year round. Actually, next coming up in the summer is going to be master classes. I'm going to do a bunker master class and a putting master class where we focus like 3 solid lessons just on bunker, and then you can go outside and practice in between the lessons. So all that stuff's coming down the pipeline.
nice.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks so much. I'll see you all next week.
Thanks,
All right.
Barb.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, bye.